So it means the test already confirmed, approved by the faculty already. So you can check your timetable. It is already in the timetable. Okay. So remember the date and time of the test. So please do not schedule any personal appointment on the 21st of March and 11th of April. Okay. Before that, okay, grammar test. Okay, two topics are tested. If you refer to the Google Classroom, okay, you have to refer to week 1 class, okay, from week 1 to week 6. So week 1 subject work agreement, okay, week 2 subject work agreement, okay, week 3 tenses here. Sorry, not week 3, this is week 4, okay, the replacement class, okay, tenses. And week 4 again, exercises on tenses. Week 5, tenses again. Okay, and also week 6, last week class, future continuous, future perfect, and future perfect continuous tense. So those are the topics tested in the grammar test. So two topics, subject verb agreement and also tenses. Okay, for tenses, there are many subtopics. So you are given these two topics. However, tenses, there are many subtopics, so you must know the form and functions. Okay, right. I show you a sample of grammar test here. Okay, your grammar test, there are 3 sections. Okay, section A, you are given 20 multiple choice questions on subject verb agreement. So you are given paragraphs. So this is the example. You are given paragraph, not sentences. Okay, not question 1, one sentence, questions 2, another sentence. You are given paragraphs. So section A, subject verb agreement, you have to answer 20 questions on subject verb agreement. So this is example. So you are given the blank here and you have to choose the answer. For example, am, is, or are. Okay, 20 questions. Section B, you are given 25 questions on tenses. Okay, so example, you are given paragraph, part 1 here. So part 1, there were many people at the funeral. Okay, they, you are given the word come to pay their last respects to the deceased. Okay, one of the guests, okay, you are given the word give, a small envelope that probably contains some money for the family. Okay, right. Okay, now you have to change come to came, simple past tense, and change give to simple past tense give. How do we know we have to use simple past tense? You have to refer to the first sentence. There were many people at the funeral. Okay, the verb were is past tense. So it means the funeral here refers to the past. Okay, so in the past. So you have to use past tense. So were is past tense. So the event happened, took place in the past. So you have to use simple past tense. So change come to came and change give to gave. Okay, part 2. One of the reasons why university students fail in English is because they do not speak the language regularly with friends or parents. Okay, if you read the sentence, okay, the word used is, okay, the word used here is and do not. Okay, so those are present tense verb. And you are given the reasons why students fail English. So this is, okay, you are given the information why students fail English. This is considered fact. Okay, if you remember the functions of present tense is used when we refer to a fact or a habitual action. So this is a fact. For fact, we have to use simple present tense. So you have to fill in the blank here using the simple present tense. So they plural subject. So read, plural verb. Okay, number 4, not take. So not take, this is negative. Negative form present tense, do not followed by base verb or does not followed by base verb. So they plural, so answer they do not take. And number 5, not acquire. So do not acquire or does not acquire. So they plural again, so the answer here, do not acquire. So do not followed by the base verb acquire. All right, section C, you are given vocabulary questions. So you are given one paragraph here with 5 vocabularies. So daily, all right, continue and so on. So 5 vocabularies here. You need to find a word from the text to match the meaning of the words given. So, okay, for example, you are given the word continue. So you have to find out a word from this paragraph. Okay, the word must have the same meaning with the vocabulary continue. Okay, so the answer is tips. Okay, another example is cut. Okay, another word from the text which has the same meaning with this cut is shades. Okay, so your answer must be one word. A word means one word. One word answer from this paragraph. So these are the 3 sections of the grammar test. Altogether, you are given 50 questions, multiple choice, and also fill in the blanks. Okay, right. So any questions about the grammar test? Okay, right. So continue with today's topic, reading and vocabulary, followed by punctuation. Okay, reading and vocabulary, this is tested in the final exam. There are 2 types of reading, factual and also story. Factual means you are given the information. Okay, so you are given the vocabulary questions here. So you have to match the definition with the vocabulary. Okay, after that, the reading text here, the buy nothing movement. Okay, so this is a factual passage, which means you are given information. Okay, after you read, you have to answer the questions here. Task 1, true or false. Okay, task 2, you have to complete the sentences with words from the box. And task 3, you are given structural questions. Okay, according to the passage, what are the benefits of the buy nothing movement? Right, so you have to identify the benefits of the buy nothing movement from the passage. Okay, answers are found in the passage. Okay, question 2, in your opinion, what items can we give away as part of the buy nothing movement? Okay, questions 2, 3, and 4, these are opinion-based questions. Answers are not given in the passage. So you have to come up with your own answer. So in your opinion, what items can we give away as part of the buy nothing movement? Okay, first of all, you must know what is buy nothing movement. So after you read, you will know what is buy nothing movement. So as to support buy nothing movement, okay, what items can you give away? Okay, the questions means what items you can stop buying. Okay, what items you can stop buying to support the buy nothing movement. Right, in your opinion, what are the possible disadvantages of such a movement? Okay, such a movement means refers to the buy nothing movement. So possible disadvantages, which means you have to think about the negative effects. Okay, negative effects of the buy nothing movement. Right, for question number 2, what items you can give away? What items you can stop buying? you have to think about the items, okay, which are not important, which are not necessary in your daily life, and you can stop buying. Okay, question number 4, suggest 2 ways how we can encourage more Malaysians to participate in such a movement. Okay, such a movement refers to Buy Nothing movement again. So you have to provide 2 answers, 2 ways how you can encourage people to take part, to support in the Buy Nothing movement. Okay, so these are the 4 structural questions. So in the final exam, you have to answer structural questions and vocabulary questions. So you have to answer opinion-based questions. So you read and try to think of the answers for the questions here. Okay, especially the opinion-based questions. In the final exam, you have to answer opinion-based questions. Opinion-based questions answers are not given in the passage. You have to come up with your own answers. Okay, right. So 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, you read the whole text, whole passage and answer the question first. Okay, later we discuss the answers. You might have to open the exercise by yourself because you need to scroll up and down when you want to look for answers. Okay, let's discuss the answers. Okay, vocabulary. Okay, now what is the definition of overconsumption, Brian? Brian, can you hear me?
Using too much of something.
Okay, using too much of something. So over means too much. Consumption means use. So the answer, using too much of something. Right, disposable, William.
B. Designed to be thrown away after use.
Okay, designed to be thrown away after use. For example, disposable cup, those are paper cup. Okay, right. Consumerism, Eileen.
F. The act to spending more money than you should.
Sorry, your consumerism answer is F, is it?
F.
No, the answer is E. The practice of buying and owning lots of products, consumerism. Okay, you know the word consumers. We are all consumers because we all spend money. We all buy products. Okay, to bombard, Jiaji.
A. To hit someone with a lot of something without pausing.
Okay, answer is A. So the word is here. Okay, social media, magazine, and shop windows bombard people daily with things to buy. So the word bombard is here. Okay, to spring up, Connie.
D. To appear.
Okay, to appear, and a landfill site, Jiahui.
A place where rubbish is buried under the ground.
Okay,
C.
answer is C. Okay, overspending. Okay, the definition is the act of spending more money than you should. Over means too much. Spending means you spend your money, like you use your money. So answer is F. Okay, and influencer, answer is H. Someone who uses social media to advertise products to their followers. Okay, now this is the text. Okay, when you read the text, okay, after you read, okay, you must ask yourself a questions. What is the idea? What is the main idea of each paragraph? Main idea means information. What is the main information, main idea given in each paragraph? Okay, so the first paragraph, okay, after you read, okay, what is the idea given here? Okay, you must ask yourself. So first paragraph, you are given the information here. British consumers are buying more clothes and shoes than ever before. Online shopping means it is easy for consumers to buy without thinking. Okay, because major brands offer cheap clothes that can be treated like disposable items. Okay, so after you read this paragraph, okay, what is the idea? Okay, the idea given in this paragraph is the consumer's buying behavior. Okay, what is the consumer's buying behavior? Okay, consumers now, they are buying more and more clothes, okay, of shoes and clothes, okay, than before, compared to before. Okay, they buy online, okay, and they buy without thinking. Okay, why? Because many brands, they offer cheap clothes and shoes, okay, which can be treated as a disposable item, which means they can wear the items, the clothes, the shoes 2 to 3 times and they throw away. So you are given the idea of consumers' buying behavior, the buying habit, buying behavior. So what is the buying behavior? They are buying more and more and they buy without thinking. Right, paragraph 2. Okay, so paragraph 2, okay, anyone can try. What is the main idea given in paragraph 2? Anyone can try? Whose turn now? Li-hen, right? Li-hen, can you try to tell us what is paragraph 2 about?
I didn't read.
You didn't read. Okay, final exam, so you are not going to read also. You are not going to answer the question in the exam. Edward?
Yes, first point I think is in Britain, the first sentence, people spend more than 1,000 on new clothes a year, which is the 4% of their income. And next is British people currently owe approximately 670 per adult to credit card companies.
Okay.
And then the last sentence.
Okay, yes, you're right. Okay, so after you read, if you can understand, you will be able to tell me what is the main idea. So your answers are correct. So the main idea here is the average person spend more than £1,000 on new clothes a year in Britain. And then how much they owe to credit card companies, okay, and 66% of the average wardrobe budget, okay. So what does this mean? Okay, British people currently owe approximately means about, okay, about £670 per adult to credit card companies. 66% of the average wardrobe budgets. Wardrobe budget means clothes. Okay, so 66% spent on clothes. So that means like, let's say this month I spent £670. Okay, I use my credit card and I spent £670. So I owe the credit card company £670. Okay, so £670, this is the total I spent and total I owe to credit card companies. So out of £670, okay, I spend on food, clothes, books, okay, stationery, okay, accessories, and so on. So total it comes to 670. I spend on clothes, accessories, food, books, and so on. Okay. So 66% out of £670, okay, goes to wardrobe budget. What wardrobe budget means clothes. So 66% of £670 goes to clothes. Okay, so this is the meaning. And the last sentence, okay, this is a very important information. 300,000 tons of clothes are thrown away in Britain every year. Okay. So conclusion, okay, so to conclude, in this paragraph, you are given how much people spend on clothes in Britain and how many clothes, okay, are thrown away every year in Britain. Okay, the next paragraph. Okay, Yuxuan, what is the main idea of this paragraph?
The first one is people donate the unwanted clothes to charity, but charity cannot sell all those unwanted clothes.
Okay, okay, continue.
And the second point is the fast fashion goes out quickly and the quality is too poor. So many clothes end up being thrown away.
Okay, so in this paragraph, okay, the main idea is charity shops do not have a proper ways. Okay, charity shops do not have a proper way to handle or manage the unwanted clothes. Okay, people that do not, okay, after the people wear the clothes 2 to 3 times, they throw away. Okay, sorry, not they throw away, they donate to charity shops. Okay, so the charity shops, okay, they cannot sell the unwanted clothes because of fashion. Okay, so people do not want to buy the old clothes because they are out of fashion already. If the charity shops want to recycle the unwanted clothes, okay, it is difficult, impossible because of the poor quality of the material. So what happened in the end, the charity shops will just throw away all the unwanted clothes. So conclusion, charity shops, okay, do not have a proper way, okay, to manage the unwanted clothes. So this is the main idea given in this paragraph. Okay, charity shops do not have proper ways to handle or to manage the unwanted clothes. Right, the next paragraph, Julia.
The first main point is The buy nothing trend idea was originated in Canada and then moved to the US.
Anything else?
And then the movement was conducted on Black Friday and Cyber Monday during the Thanksgiving weekend.
Okay, so this paragraph, you are given the history, okay, a little bit of history about the Buy Nothing movement. So the idea originated in Canada in the early 1990s and then moved to the US. And it became a rejection of the overspending and overconsumption of Black Friday and Cyber Monday during Thanksgiving weekend. So you are given a little bit of history, okay? So now protest and cut up your credit cards. This is the event or the activity organized on the Buy Nothing Day. Okay, so they have the Buy Nothing Day and people try to cut up their credit cards. So this is a sample of activity. Right, the next paragraph, Kai.
Yes, Miss. The Buy Nothing movement have now reached influencers on social media who usually share posts of clothing and makeup that they recommend for people to buy. For example, the YouTube star now encourage their viewers not to buy anything at all for a period as long as a year. And they learn how to live without buying electrical goods, clothes, or things for the house. They give up service, for example, haircut, eating out at restaurant, or buying petrol for their car.
Okay, okay, this paragraph is about now even the YouTubers, some YouTubers, they start to support the Buy Nothing movement. Okay, so you are given examples here. Okay, the two friends in Canada spent a year working towards buying only food, and then they learn how to live without buying electrical goods, clothes, and so on. Those are examples. So the main idea here is some YouTubers, they start to support the Buy Nothing movement, and examples are given. Okay, right. So the last paragraph, Sinro.
Yes, I think the first point is the first sentence. The changes they made means two fewer cars on the roads, a reduction in plastic and paper packaging, and a positive impact on the environment for all the energy saved.
Okay, stop for a while. Okay, so what is this? Can you try to just like what is this? So okay, your answer is correct. This paragraph is about two fewer cars on the road, reduction in plastic and paper, and so on. So what is this? What are all this about?
Reduce the car on the roads, reduce the plastic and paper.
No. My question is, so these are, okay, what is this? Okay, these three are, so reduce the cars on road, reduction in plastic and paper packaging, all these bring positive impact on environment. So what are all these? Okay, for example, the first paragraph just now, okay, people buying more clothes and shoes compared to before, people buy without thinking. So these are all consumers buying behavior. So you try to summarize. Okay, so what are all these?
3R, recycle.
3R. Okay, not about 3R, but about these are all the benefits of Buy Nothing movement. Okay, these are the benefits of Buy Nothing movement. Okay, right. So what are the benefits? You are given the benefits here. So these are the benefits of Buy Nothing movement. Okay, right. Anything else you want to add?
The second point I think is, but even if you can't manage a full year without going shopping, you can participate in the anti-social movement by refusing to buy things you don't need.
Okay, so this is encouragement. Okay, this is to encourage people, okay, to participate in the Buy Nothing movement. Okay, so to encourage, so in this paragraph, you are given the benefits of the Buy Nothing movement and also encouragement to support Buy Nothing movement. Okay, right. So So this is the information given in the passage. So why it is important to identify the main idea? Because if you could not identify the main idea, it means you could not understand the paragraph. Okay, so for example, just now you identify the first sentence here. So you know these are the benefits. So when you read the questions, you already know, okay, the first questions here, what are the benefits of the buy nothing movement? You already know these are the answers. Okay, you already know these are the answers. So when you read, you must ask yourself, what is the idea given? Right, so now the questions. Okay, question number 1. Estelle, true or false?
People buy clothes because
I couldn't hear you.
People buy clothes because they want to throw them away. The answer is false.
Okay, answer is false. Okay, Jay Liang, number 2. Okay, true. Okay, question number 3.
The amount, the average return on credit card is 1/3 of the amount they spend on clothes each year. The answer is false.
Okay, right, false. Okay, now if the answer is false, that means the information given is incorrect. So which information is incorrect? The information which is incorrect is 1/3. Okay, so 1/3 is incorrect. Okay, Jinan. Okay, which sentence from the passage, okay, tells you that 1/3 is wrong? Can you identify and read out the sentence from the text to prove that 1/3 is wrong?
In the paragraph 2,
Okay, read out the sentence. Which sentence?
which is around 4% of their income.
Which is around 4% of their income. But the questions is about credit cards.
Oh, credit.
So can you try again? It's about credit card. It's in the second paragraph also.
British people is current on approximately 670 produced to credit card company. Or the 66%.
Yes, the 66% which I explained to you all just now. 66% out of 670 pounds. This is more than 1/3 already, right? Okay, so these two sentences, okay, prove that 1/3 is actually incorrect. Okay, because 66% is more than 1/3. Okay, so answer is false. Okay, number 4. Minyu?
Only a very small proportion of unwanted clothes are thrown away. Is false.
Okay, false. Okay, only a very small proportion. Okay, the information is wrong. Not a very small proportion. So Minyu, okay, which sentence from the passage prove that a very small proportion is actually incorrect? You read out the sentence, the relevant sentence.
Miss Aki, wait, I forgot the question already.
Okay, the question is here.
Sorry.
Only a very small proportion of unwanted clothes are thrown away. So a very small proportion, this is incorrect. So which sentence from the passage tells you very small proportion is incorrect?
The last sentences are huge quantities end up being thrown away. And
okay, huge quantities end up being thrown away. And also here, Britain throws away 300,000 tons of clothing a year. 300,000 tons. This is a very large proportion, not a small proportion. Okay, the next question. Charities can find ways to use clothes even if they are not very good quality. Wen Qian?
The answer is false.
False. Okay, which paragraph or which sentences can prove that? So you have to look for a paragraph which is about charity shops.
The third paragraph.
Okay, the sentences.
The third sentence.
Okay, right. The third paragraph, the sentences here. Okay, as I explained just now, this paragraph is about charity shops do not have a proper way to manage or handle the unwanted clothes. Okay, so the answers is here. Okay, Buy Nothing Day is a protest against credit cards. Jun Xiang?
False.
Okay, false. Okay, the information here is incorrect. Protest against credit cards. Buy Nothing Day is not a protest against credit cards. So according to the passage, it is a protest against, Jun Xiang? Against what?
Cut up their credit card.
I couldn't hear you.
Cut up their credit cards.
If you say protest against cut up their credit cards, that means the answer to the question should be correct, should be true. Hong Sing? Protest means anti. Like we have anti-drug campaign. So anti means protest. Against something. Hong Sing? Martin?
Yes, miss.
Remember that you have to answer reading comprehension questions in the final exam. This is a practice. Anyone can give me the correct answer?
Wasting money?
Okay, Buy Nothing Day is a protest against credit card. The answer is false. Okay, the information which is wrong here, protest against credit card. Buy Nothing Day is a protest against overspending and over-consuming. The answer is here. Buy Nothing Day is a protest against overspending and over-consumption. That means we should not spend too much money. We should not buy unnecessarily. We should not buy too much. We should not spend too much of money. So that is Buy Nothing Day or the Buy Nothing movement. It is not against credit card. It is against overspending and overconsumption. That means we should stop spending money. We should stop buying. But the question say it is a protest against credit card. That means you have to stop using credit card. But it doesn't mean you have to stop buying. Stop using credit card and stop buying is totally different. You stop using credit card, you still can buy. So the answer is false because it is a protest against overspending and overconsumption, not against credit card. Number 7, the two friends who did the Buy Nothing experiment only bought food for 12 months. Tian Fu?
False.
Okay, which sentence from the passage tells you the answer is false? Wan Chi?
The second last paragraph, two friends in Canada spent a year working towards buying only food.
Okay, so what do you understand? Okay, what is the meaning of this sentence? Two friends in Canada spent a year working towards buying only food. What is the meaning of this sentence?
It means they buy only food and nothing else.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
It means they buy only food and nothing else.
Okay, they buy only food. How about spend a year working? What is the meaning of spend a year working? What is the meaning of spend a year working? Queenie? Okay, a year means 12 months, right? So 12 months working lah. So they work for 12 months. Okay, they work for 12 months and they buy only food. They don't buy any other things. Okay, but the question say they only buy food for 12 months. Buy food for 12 months and work for 12 months, the meaning is totally different. In the text, the sentence say they work for 12 months. Spend a year working. A year means 12 months lah. So they work for 12 months. But the question say they buy food only for 12 months. So what happened after 12 months? They stop eating. So the answer is false because the meaning of the two sentences is different. Okay, question number 8. If everyone followed the buy nothing idea, the environment would benefit. The answer is true. Okay, if you read the last paragraph, the answer is true. Okay, task 2. Okay, number 1, the answer is fashion. Right, number 2, answer is away. And number 3, answer is spending. Number 4, answer is shops. And number 5, answer is hand. Number 6, answer is sites. Okay, according to the passage, what are the benefits of the buy nothing movement? So the answers are given here. Okay, the number of cars on the route are reduced. Okay, a reduction in plastic and paper packaging, and this will bring a positive impact on the environment from all the energy saved. Okay, question number 2. In your opinion, what items can we give away as part of the buy nothing movement? Okay, anyone wants to try to give answer? If no, I can give you the answer, but you are not going to learn anything. In the final exam, you have to answer opinion-based questions. So how are you going to answer these questions if you are sitting for final exam and this is the text and questions given to you? Are you going to leave the questions unanswered, leave it blank, and you're not getting any marks? You have been given time to answer the questions. Don't you come up with your own answer? Okay, never mind. I give you the answer. But in the final exam, I cannot give you the answer. Okay, so you have to come up with your own answer. Or if you do not want to answer, then you have to leave it unanswered. You will not get any mark, 0 mark. Okay. Right, so the items we can stop buying to support the buy nothing movement. The items must be something which is not very important in our daily lives, and we can stop buying, such as jewelry such as necklace, earrings, okay, rings, and so on. Jewelries we can stop buying. Other than jewelries, accessories such as belt, we can stop buying. Okay, other than that, luxury goods such as handbag or shoes, branded shoes, we can stop buying. Okay, other than that, okay, we can also stop buying house or home decorations, which are not necessary in our life. Okay, other than that, we can also stop buying toys. Okay, those are not important in our life. Okay, other than that, we can also stop buying furnitures, extra furnitures. Okay, right. Other than that, we can also stop buying mobile phones. Okay. Even though mobile phone is very important, but nowadays people change their mobile phones because of the latest model with the better performance, more features. So it is not because their old mobile phone is not functioning or spoiled. Okay, so there are many items we can stop buying as to support the buy nothing movement. Okay, question number 3. In your opinion, what are the possible disadvantages of such a movement? So what are the side effects, okay, if everyone stop buying? Anyone wants to try? Okay, right. So if everyone stop buying, what are the consequences? What are the negative effects? Okay, if everyone stop buying, okay, the country's economy will go down. Okay, why? Because when people stop buying, the companies, okay, will lose profit. Companies or businesses will lose profit. Okay, so when they lose profit, okay, they do not want to have so many workers or employees, okay, in their company. So people will lose their job, and also the companies lose profit. Eventually, they might close down also, and factories also affected. Okay, because factories, when people stop buying, there is no demand, so the factories will have to stop production. So when they stop production, what will happen to the factories? Okay, they will be closed down as well. So country's economy is affected. Okay, suggest 2 ways how we can encourage more Malaysians to participate in such a movement. Okay, the first way, okay, the government can organize campaign to create awareness, okay, about the buy nothing movement to encourage people to stop buying unnecessarily. In the campaign, the government can distribute leaflets and also brochures to the citizens. So this is to create awareness and to encourage the citizens to stop buying. Right. Another way is, okay, parents and also the school authorities can try to educate the children, the students, okay, in school, and also the parents can educate their kids on buy nothing movement. Okay, they can encourage the kids, the children, to stop buying unnecessary. Okay, so they can encourage their kids to stop buying too many of toys, okay, which are not important in their life. Right. Other than that, okay, as a student, you yourself can also take part to encourage Malaysians to take part in this buy nothing movement. You can take part in the buy nothing movement. You can stop buying. Okay, you take part in the event. Buy nothing day events, and you can take photo and video and post the photos and videos on the social media such as Facebook and Instagram. So you are helping to spread the event, the information or the events to your friends and family members. So after that, you can also try to encourage them to take part in the event together with you. Okay, so these are the answers. All right, continue with the second reading. Okay, so vocabulary, match the definition with the vocabulary. After that, this is the story. There are 3 characters. Sam, Mr. Cattle, and Mr. Cattle's sons. These are the 3 characters. So when you read, you ask yourself, what is the relationship between these 3 characters? And what is the story about? Okay, after that, put the description into the correct group. You are given the 3 characters here. Put the description into the correct group. Okay, and then answer the questions here. You are given multiple choice questions. Altogether, there are 6 questions. Right, so you read and answer the question first. Okay, Tan Guang Hui. Okay, what is the definition of ruddy? Tan Yo Kwan.
The answer is E, a reddish color.
Okay, answer is E. Right. The second vocabulary, Rong Yi.
Dongyi, a book of maps.
Okay, a book of maps. Okay, to screen, Rachel.
The answer is A. To almost close your eyes often because of a bright light.
Okay, so the word is here. Okay, as I told you all earlier, in the final exam, you are not allowed to bring dictionary to the exam room and you are not allowed to refer to dictionary. So you have to guess the meaning. So you see the word squinted against the sun. So you see the relevant word here is sun. So the answer is here, a bright light. So if you are under the sun, you cannot open your eyes. You have to almost close your eyes because of the bright light. So answer is A. Okay, number 4, to flick. You see the verb is here. Flick their tails at flies. At flies means moving very quickly. So, Jun En.
The answer is B. A book of
Couldn't hear you. The answer is
D. A book of maps.
I still could not hear you.
The answer is D.
Read out the sentence.
A book of maps.
A book of maps. To flick is a book of maps. A book of maps, this is the definition of question number 2.
B.
Okay, to flick means to move something suddenly. Answer is B. Okay, a patch, Xin Yi.
Answer is C, a small area.
Okay, a small areas. Okay, rebellious, Taiman.
The answer is G, fights against authority.
Okay, fights against authority. Right, a hoof. Okay, a hoof means the hard part of a horse's foot. To shift means to move to a position. Okay, right. So, okay, who lives on the farm? Brian?
Sam.
Okay, Sam. Who owns the farm? William?
Mr. Carter.
Okay, Mr. Carter is the owner of the farm. Who works with his hand? Eileen?
Sam. Sam.
Okay, Sam. Okay, Sam works with his hands. Who doesn't come to the farm? Jackie?
Mr. Carter's son.
No, doesn't come to the farm is not Mr. Carter's son. The answer is Mr. Carter. Okay, who has done something wrong, Connie?
Mr. Carter's son.
Okay, Mr. Carter's son. Okay, who comes to the farm less often than the others? Okay, then the others means compared to the other 2 persons. There are 3 persons here. So, who comes to the farm less often compared to the other 2? Jia Hui?
Mr. Carter's son.
Okay, so Mr. Carter's son comes to the farm less often than Sam and Mr. Carter. Right. So, what is Sam's reaction to his letters? Li Hen?
A.
Okay, A, uninterested. Okay, right. From the story, okay, you have to read these 2 sentences to answer these questions. Okay, don't pick up your meal often, do you? Okay, this is a question asked by Mr. Cato to Sam. So meal refers to letter. So Mr. Cato asked Sam, don't pick up your meal, your letters often, do you? So Sam took it. It refers to the letter. So Sam took the letter without a glance. Without a glance means without looking. So Sam took the letter without looking and dropped the letters onto the bench. So if somebody give you letters and you just took the letter without looking and then drop the letters onto the bench, this action shows that you are not interested. So the answer is A. Right, why does Sam not take holidays from work? Edward?
The answer is A.
Okay, he feels safer on the farm. Okay, you have to refer to the sentences here. Okay, a holiday means being back out in the real world, a place even people like Cato travel to escape from. Sam's escape was his reality and he wasn't going back. So these are the relevant sentences, okay, to this question. So he feels safer on the farm. Okay, what can we guess about Mr. Cato? Okay, the word guess is used because the answer is not given directly in the passage. We have to guess based on the information given. Okay, what information is given? First, Mr. Carter is the boss, he's the owner of farm, and he also owns horses. So the guess, okay, Yu Xuan?
The answer is B. He's rich.
He's rich because he's the boss, he has a farm, and he owns the horses, so he's rich. Okay, what does Sam think Cato-san might do during his stay at the farm? Julia?
The answer is B. He might do something dangerous while writing.
Okay, answer is B. Okay, for these questions, you have to refer to the last paragraph, the last few sentences here. Okay, could the boy write? He wondered. He refers to Sam. Okay, there was a whole lot of trouble. A good writer could get into out here, miles away from anyone, but maybe there was even more trouble for someone who knew nothing about the horses and wanted to get away from his father. So all these sentences are Sam's thoughts, okay, about Mr. Cato-san, whether he could ride on a horse or not, okay, when he tried to escape, okay, when he tried to run away from the farm. So the answer is B. Okay, how does Mr. Carter feel while he is talking to Sam in this scene? Ai?
My answer is C. Nervous.
Okay, answer is C, nervous. Okay, why has Mr. Cato come to his house? Sinro?
The answer is C, because his son has problem at school.
Okay, answer is C. All right, the answer is given here. I've brought my son with me on this trip. He has had some trouble at school. Okay, the answer is here. Okay, now by reading the text, you will know the relationship between Sam and Mr. Cato. Okay, the sentence is here. Okay, right. Mr. Cato did not come out here unless he had to, which was just fine by Sam. The more he kept out of his boss way, the longer he would have a job. So by reading the sentences here, you will know the relationship between Mr. Cato and Sam. So the more he kept, he refers to Sam. And then Sam, okay, the more Sam kept out of his boss way, the longer he would have a job. So boss refers to Mr. Cato. So the relationship between Sam and Mr. Cato is worker and boss. Okay, so these are the two reading passages. We continue with another topic, punctuation. So what is punctuation? Okay, punctuation, for example, comma, full stop, question mark, exclamation point, semicolon, colon, dashes, apostrophe. Those are called punctuation. Okay, right. The first video here, you are given 3 ways to end a sentence. So period or full stop. Okay, after every sentence, we need to put a period or full stop. So for example, my mom ate a cookie, full stop or period. Okay, another way to end a sentence is by using exclamation point. Okay, exclamation point is used to express our feeling, especially excitement. Okay, right, I'm gonna eat so much candy. Okay, so you see exclamation point here. Okay, right, another example, go to your room. Okay, when we feel angry, okay, we also use the exclamation point. Okay, right, questions mark is used whenever you ask a questions.
Paige and I are here to teach you about introductory elements. About if you wanted to.
Okay, right. This is second video on punctuation. You are given the commas and introductory elements. Okay, now in the examples here, when you come in, comma, please take off your shoes. When you come in, this is called dependent clause. Okay, what is dependent clause? Okay, dependent clause, the sentence cannot stand alone. The sentence is incomplete without independent clause. So if I say when you come in and then I stop, okay, I say when you come in and then I stop, okay, the sentence is incomplete. Okay, you could not get the message. You will ask what? Okay, so it is incomplete. The sentence when you come in, this is dependent clause and it cannot stand alone. It has to depend on the independent clause. Independent clause, the sentence is complete and the message is delivered. For example, please take off your shoes. If I say, please take off your shoes, you can understand what I mean, what I want to tell, okay, because independent clause is complete, the sentence can stand alone. However, independent clause, if I tell you when you come in, I stop, okay, I don't continue, the sentence is incomplete, message is not delivered. So if you start a sentence with dependent clause, okay, you have to put a comma before you continue with independent clause. So when you come in, comma, please take off your shoes. However, if you start a sentence with if you start a sentence with independent clause followed by dependent clause, okay, you do not need to use any comma. So for example, please take off your shoes when you come in. No comma is used here compared to the first sentence, okay, which start with a dependent clause. Okay, another example here.
Get rid of this comma in this hand.
Okay, I wrote an elephant, comma, then I add a mango. Okay, when you want to connect two sentences together, okay, you have to use a comma as well. So there are two sentences here. I wrote an elephant, one sentence. Another sentence, I add a mango. So you want to put these two sentences into one, you will use a comma followed by the word then.
Hello, grammarians. In this video, I'm by an introductory act.
Okay, this is the third video. Okay, the punctuation given is semicolon. So you see a dot followed by a comma here, a period followed by a comma. Okay, below the period there is a comma. So this is semicolon. Now semicolon is used when you want to explain or when you want to give a reason, and the conjunction because is not used. If you use because to explain, then you do not use the semicolon. So semicolon is used to replace the word because. So I don't want to write the mega sky coaster, semicolon. I'm afraid of heights and that ride sounds terrifying. Okay, so you are giving the reason why you do not want to write the mega sky coaster. The reason is you are afraid of heights. So semicolon is used here, and you do not and you see in the sentence the word because is not used. So if you want to use because, you do not use the semicolon. Right, another example, I want to get a pet turtle, semicolon. However, I think it might scare my baby brother. So you are giving the reason why in the end you change your mind, you are not going to get a pet turtle. So you are giving a reason, you are explaining. So semicolon is used here.
Hello, grammarians. In this video, I'm going to tell you about a piece of punctuation. When it's that dark, it's an excerpt from the first parts of.
Okay, right. This is another video, and punctuation is colons. Now you see, before the word peanuts, there are 2 yellow dots here. Okay, this is called colons. So these are the 3 functions of colons. First, it is used to make a list. Okay, so we needed to find 3 more items on the scavenger hunt. So you put the colons here before the items, the 3 items here. Okay, next, I only wanted one thing from the grocery store, colons, peanuts. So before you name the item, peanuts, you put the colons. Right, third function is quotes. Now, what is quotes? Okay, quotes refers to a statement made by somebody. So, for example, never open a jar of pickles you can't close. This is a quote. And this quote or this statement is given by Liz, your friend Liz. It is not from you. Okay, it is from your friend Liz. So this is called quotes. Okay, so you see colons is used before the quotes, never open a jar of pickles you can't close.
Colon links them together.
Okay, another 2 functions of using colons here. Okay, the first function is second part explains the first part. So the second part in this sentence, you can't see when it is that dark. So this is the second part, which is used to explain the first part of the sentence, to take off your sunglasses. So why you need to take off your sunglasses? You can't see when it is too dark. So colon is used here. Okay, second part is emphasize. I drank way too much soda. Okay, colons. I'm never going to fall asleep. So you want to highlight the second part, highlight or emphasize the second part. Okay, you are not going to fall asleep because you drank too much of soda. So the colons is used here to emphasize that you are not going to fall asleep. Okay, now this is another video with punctuation dashes. So you see between the word stop and but, okay, you see there is a dash. So this is the dash. Okay, dash is used for interrupt structure. So I ran to the bus stop, dash, but the bus had already driven away. Okay, second function is dashes can be used to replace parentheses. Parentheses means brackets. So the but, okay, which landed on my nose, before which and after the word nose, you see dashes. So dashes here are used to replace parentheses. Parentheses means brackets. Had to be the size of a softball. Okay, right. Dashes can also be used just like a colon. I have only ever wanted one thing, okay, dash, snacks. So here you can also use colon actually. Colons, remember the 2 dots, okay? So before you name the items next, you can either use colon or a dash. Okay, last, you use the colon, the dash to indicate interruption in speech. So for example, watch out for that, followed by a dash.
Hello, grammarians. Hello, Paige.
I did.
Number 2, let's talk about.
Okay, right. The last punctuation is apostrophe. Now, what is apostrophe? Okay, example here, I didn't eat the cookie. Between N and T. Between N and T, you see this is called apostrophe. This is not comma. This is called apostrophe between N and T. So apostrophe is used for contraction. Contraction means to replace missing letter. So apostrophe here is used to replace the missing letter O, I did not. So this is the short form of I did not, I didn't. Okay, another function is it is used to show ownership or possession. Possession means ownership, the owner of an item. So for example, that's okay. If I say that's David's handphone, so it means the handphone belongs to David. So you see between T and S there is an apostrophe. Now this is apostrophe and this is used for contraction. So apostrophe here is used to replace I, the letter I, that is. Okay, so another example here, books, pages. So you see apostrophe followed by S. So that means the pages of the book. Okay, right. So these are the punctuations videos. I briefly explain using the videos. Okay, the videos, you can watch it by yourself when you have time, when you are free. Okay, so these are the topics of today's class. Right, so any questions? If no questions, class dismissed. See you all again next Wednesday.
Thank you, Miss.